And I'm going to show you a page on my computer. Hmm. Hold on one second, please. I need to do something. Bear with me for a moment. This should be it. Yeah. So tonight we are going to be working on engage. What does that mean? I got this weird way of talking about things, don't I? Oh, we all have our little eccentricities. But what we're doing tonight, I'm going to let you in on a secret because you didn't know you were doing this. This is the end of my first course called Soul Abundance. This is not the full course. There is a full course. This is just inspired by that. And so the first course was all about aligning with your soul. And that's the first level of development because that helps you become less empathic and more intuitive. It's an intuitive exercise. And there were 4 steps. The first one was letting go of resistance to who you really are. The second one was opening to what you really want in life. That really helps you get in touch with your soul. The third step was vibration, aligning with this truth for yourself. And this is the 4th step. This is engaging your God flow. Once you align with your true self, okay, you will start to see life takes on a sort of flow to it, okay? Magical mystery kind of tour. And God means, I use it as an acronym. Not only does it mean higher up, because you'll be in alignment with that, but it also means guidance, opportunities, and destiny. Guidance is intuition, opportunities is synchronicity, and destiny is your life plan, your soul plan for this lifetime. So it's a really great thing to have, to have all these steps in alignment and then move forward with that as your guiding principle. So now you may say to yourself, well, you know, I feel my life is fine. I mean, it's not some big mystery. It's not like some big discovery I have to make. Well, yeah, that could very well be. But some people fight who they are and they fight their destiny. They're always trying to go for something else. Maybe that's part of their destiny, to align with their true self by having resistance patterns. But this is all about getting rid of your resistance patterns and aligning with your truth. And so we're going to tonight do what I call engagement of this God flow. After a prayer, meditation, and energy connection, we will create, then answer a question about the next step to take to fulfill our and other students' life purpose. We'll be reading for each other, reading for ourselves. I might as well give you a little introduction in case you don't know who I am. I finally decided to do this, just a little quick thing. Some people don't know. I'm Spirit Medium Laura. I'm an accredited evidential research medium. I'm an ascension channeler, bringing in the ones that there's a whole bunch of stuff around that, which I won't go into right now. A soul healer, an author and teacher of the Soul Psychic Healer Mediumship Certification Program. I've been a host on my own radio show, and I have over 50 years experience in the area of metaphysics, as well as 30 years talking to spirit. And I was very focused on something that my ego needed, which was money. So I was a self-made millionaire, and this got stripped away from me, teaching me that real wealth from your service, your particular dharma, is what true wealth is. That's real wealth. And in this capacity, I facilitate helping people and myself evolve in our consciousness to joy, miracles, and limitlessness. So that's why you may get some articles from me or some ascension downloads from me or whatever it might be. Or that's why you may think, damn, this woman is obsessed with whatever. Okay. So in the future, I'd like it if we can be here a little earlier. I had set it up this way, but made a mistake. So I admit that. But if you come in a little before 7 Eastern time, then we can all assemble before, rather than having a lot of people show up the last minute. And have a pad and pen ready. So if you don't have that, you might want to do that. Gather up a pad and pen. And I also recommend that before you come to the session that you do your own meditation, maybe 15 to 30 minutes beforehand, because I didn't say this before, but one of the big secrets to accessing the etheric realm, the energy realm, if you will, is being in an altered state of consciousness, a meditative state of consciousness. And I can't do that with you here because we have a lot of distractions as well. I will do some of it, but I can't do enough of it. So if you have the time to set it aside before coming here, do a meditation. Okay, so I'm going to now make sure that we have some music on, not music, but meditation on. And I will ask Brenda, since she's got very sensitive ears, if this works. I'll do a stream tonight. How's that?
That's a little low, I think.
Okay. Is that too high?
No, I don't. Does anyone else? I don't really hear it.
You can't hear it?
No, are you sharing your sound on your screen share?
Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, that's what it's wrong. Okay, sorry. Let me see if I could fix it.
Yeah, Talisha can't hear it either.
All right. All right, let me stop the share and reenact it. Forgot to do that.
That's good.
Is that good?
I think so.
All right. As long as it doesn't hurt your ears, there's enough ambient sound in the universe. You don't necessarily need this. You all can go into your own little drifty meditative states anyway. Okay. So just, relax and get into this sound of the beautiful waterfall. I think it's a stream or a waterfall in the distance. Uncross your arms and legs. Start to breathe from your abdomen. Allowing yourself to get very relaxed, deeply meditative. And as you do that, you're going to do a prayer. This is a prayer that you can use. It is on spiritmediumlaw.com/engage. ENGAGE. Listing in all the other forms. God and Mother God, beings of the highest love and light, has come to me now for the sessions for today. Please allow all messages to be 100% accurate 100% of the time as a clear and open, neutral channel for God's loving work through me. Please allow us only to work highest love light, protect space and possible. Please provide automatic, instantaneous, and energizing connections to and disconnections from spirit, the sitters, and me. Now I'd like all participants today to ask privately their guide if they receive accurate messages for themselves and others in today's class and breakout rooms. I'll be silent while you do that. Good. Now we will do an energy connection. Just do as the instructions I'm about to recite say. On the next exhale of breath, please send me your energy, and I will connect us. One moment, please. Good. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to create a question for yourself, about the next step to take to fulfill your life purpose. That is the question. What is the next step to take in my life to fulfill my life purpose? If you don't have something to write on, go ahead and get that. Write that down. Now we're going to do something really kind of interesting. Brenda, you'll like this. I kept seeing the tarot cards in front of me suddenly. It says, oh, I guess Spirit is trying to tell me to use some cards. It doesn't even have to be a tarot card, but beautiful cards. Cards are wonderful prompts to our subconscious and subconscious, right? So tonight we're going to use an online free reading, card reading service. I'm going to go there now. This link is on spiritmediumlaura.com/engage. And when you click on the first link I have, you go to this cute little page. Isn't this cute? I think it's real dreamy. I like it. So as you can see, there's a one-card reading, and you have other readings. We're going to use the one-card reading. We're going to get one card. Okay? And I'm going to do the shuffling for all of you. We're going to assume that the card that comes up, oh yes, it's meant for you. But it doesn't have to. In other words, we don't take the card literally. We're using the card to access our creativity, our psychic mind, and the way we flow with information that Spirit gives us. So the very same card would mean one thing for Brenda, another thing for Charmaine, another thing for Diana. It means the same card, different meaning. So don't focus on the card as much as what you get from the card. I'm going to click on the card. I'm going to shuffle the deck as it tells me to do. Shuffle. And now I'm going to deal a card. And this is the card. Okay, the Knight of Wands. Oh, this is a good one. Put your plans in action. So remember, we were asking about our soul, our life purpose. Next step. First thing that comes up is put your plans in action. Okay. So it says on the left, listen to this card, speak to you, your intuition. I'm going to let you do that in a moment. Just let me introduce what we're going to do. I'll be silent. I'm sure you'll be so happy that I am. But ponder this card as it relates to your situation. And when I say ponder it, I'm going to put it so it's visual better. It's cut off now at the bottom, but I want you to look at it. Okay? Does it represent people in your life? Is there a message you must receive? For the positive and negative aspects of the card, how might it affect your outcome? Learn to hear the profound voice of the tarot. I'm going to add to that any kind of symbol. Using symbols, learning how to work with symbols is integral to psychic development. And so, the Knight of Wands means ideas that are rolling around in your brain need action, flourish. So take charge. Make a list of specific actions that need to be done. Cross each item off your list. Move forward. Great ideas without action wither, like flowers without sunlight. Okay. Dress up in your finest armor and attack a tough situation straight on. This is a secondary meaning. Trust your strength and determination to see it through to success. Enlist the support of friends and associates who are self-starters, people who can take your direction and run with it. Perhaps one person you meet will have the fortitude to assist you in achieving your goal. Watch for this person and accept their offer to help. If you'll see a benefit. So I'm going to move it up a little bit. You don't even need the words. What you need to do is to look at the Knight of Wands. And I'm going to be silent for a moment or two. You write down what your next step is in fulfilling your life purpose as this card speaks to you. Whatever you get is correct. I'm sorry, I put us off the page. Sorry, there it is. Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to stop the no, I need to move it here. Does anybody need any more time? You can just raise your hand if you do. I can see everybody. Well, I'll assume that you don't. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to stop the screen share, and I'm going to ask for a volunteer. Somebody will share what their question with me, or I can just assume it is what I said it would be. But if you had another question, share your question with me, and then I'm going to interpret the card for you, okay? As a psychic. I may not even use the card, who knows? I let Spirit, use me. And then we'll do a little bit of discussion about what we each got for ourselves before we go into the breakout rooms. So I'm going to now stop the share. Okay. So do I have a volunteer? You could use the chat on the right, or you could raise your hand, or however. Where's the chat anyway? I don't see it on my screen. Anybody? Well, just raise your hand then. Okay, we got Diana. She's going to volunteer. Thank you. Duh! I don't know where my chat is. Where'd it go? Okay. I'm coming to unmute you.
Okay.
Okay. So did you have a different question, or did you ask what your next step is? Yeah, you do have that question right now. Your life purpose.
I asked what my next step for my business should be.
Good. That's a good question. That's perfect. I'm just going to go look at the card. You won't be able to see it because I don't have you sharing my screen anymore. But let me just look at the card. Well, the answer was to take action. Oh, okay, this is kind of simple. Now that I look at the card, gee, I like cards. You need to be brave, Missy. You need to take action, just like the card said. Apropos. Now, what I'm going to do, I've already said that you need to get started, you need to move forward, you need to be brave. It's not just going to happen. That's how I interpret that. Now, I'm going to just go back to you, and I'll see if there's anything else the Spirit wants to add on to that, and then we'll share our own experiences of what we got for ourselves. Is there anything, Spirit, that we want to add on for Diana? You like to have an element of control over everything that you do. Spirit is saying that the unknown is at times difficult to control. It's the unknown that holds you back. You can't have everything perfect before you move forward. You want to know that all your P's, you have all your P's and pods in place. You want to know that you have all your marbles in place. You want to know you have everything in place before you take a risk. No, so the first bit of advice is to just realize you'll never know everything before you make the plunge. Now we're going to go into what you think, what you're thinking of, and then we'll give you a likely success or choice. 1 second, please. It's going to be closer to home. Okay, so what I did was I set up a question with Spirit for you. Should it be door 1, door 2, door 3? Like as if we're on Let's Make a Deal or something. And they took me to door 3 and they said this choice would be closer to home and more practical. It's the most practical of the 3, and you know what it is. It doesn't seem as exotic. It doesn't seem as much fun. But because you are a person that really likes to be practical before you take a plunge, okay? You do need to have that sense of security about it. It's not as exotic as what you were thinking before. It's more practical. And maybe you're saying, well, it's so practical, it's kind of boring. I also see, I think we've had this discussion before, but I do see like material, like fabric, things like that around you, as if whatever you're going to be doing will have something to do with decor in the home. Would that make sense, please?
Yeah, I do embroidery and screen printing. So, I mean, the whole thing, everything that you just said makes sense, because my decision is with my new, where I just moved to, along with my house, there's a barn. And I have to make a decision. Either I'm going to stay where I was, which is a half an hour away, or move my business into the barn next to my house.
They're saying keep it close.
Hmm.
Okay, so they said out of the 3 choices, I didn't know what they were. I just
Right.
said symbolism. It should be close to the home. So the answer is close to the home. And it has to do with this fabric and embroidery and all that. Go ahead.
Today, I said I have to stop asking people and thinking about it. I need to take an action, either, do it or get off the pot, as so to speak.
Oh, don't curse around me. I can't handle it. Okay. All right. So you've got your answer then. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I'm going to now go to some other people if they want to share. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put you on mute. Does anybody want to share what they got? Okay, Charmaine, we'll unmute you. What did you get, or do you have any questions or whatever?
I got that I should be moving forward. I was doing a lot of work today, channeling work, trying to get information. And I kind of got to a stuck point where I had to release some blocks. And so that was kind of like, okay, you got over your stuck point now, keep going. So I guess, are you receiving any information about what I should move forward with next? Because I got stuck and then I did the work to get unstuck.
First thing I hear is you got it all going on. You have no problems, really. I'm actually, you're really much more astute than you're. It's like, it's almost like a habit of doubting, but it's really not. There's nothing to doubt in yourself. You have it all going on. You have the abilities that you think you do. You just move forward. Wait 1 second. They're trying to tell me something else. Don't erase all the effort you put into this. Just move forward. Everything will work out and fall into place. There's nothing more to say other than you know the techniques for release. You know the techniques for control. You know what you're doing about life purpose. Wait, there's more. You're trying to tell yourself what to do all the time. Stop doing that. Just listen to your heart. In other words, work from your feeling nature, not your intellect, right? Not, get yourself off this regimen or this strictness. Be more intuitive. Let go. Let go, let go, let go. As always, I'm always teaching let go. As a matter of fact, next week, we're going to be doing the first channeling one. The first channeling lesson is let go again, but this one's ego. We did a let go 3 or 4 weeks ago, and that was let go of karmic blocks and resistance to life purpose. This one's going to be letting go of ego, which wants to control everything and gets in the way of allowing this font of genius within us to express, right? To expand. You know, within each of us is another genius. You know, I mean, we all have access to genius. All of us, we're all geniuses. And if we could just get that pesky little personality step aside, it's not a bad personality, we all love ourselves, right? But there's a doorway, a portal to open, and when you open it, you're unlimited. Oh, gee, I said it again. You're unlimited. So that's what this is all about. It's all about learning how to access your genius, which is your psychic mind, creative mind. Anybody else want to share anything before I do breakouts? I'm going to mute you. Anybody else? Yeah, Cynthia. Yeah. You know, we don't have to rush because there's no reason to rush. I had us rushing last week, but I realized we don't do our breakouts instantly. That's okay. We'll just do a little less breakouts. I mean, as it stands, if I do 10-minute breakouts for a full hour, you'll be exhausted. So, okay. Cynthia, did you want to say something about what you got?
Well, I kind of was asking what my next step was because I kind of have lost interest in my current career. And I do want to do something spiritual. And I'm just not sure that I have it in me to do it.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. Did you answer the question for yourself when you looked at the card? Did it give you any messages?
Just basically that I need to get started, but I need a great idea to get started with, something I can resonate with and be passionate about.
Okay. So the message for "You Are Brilliant" is really meant for you. Well, it's meant for everybody, but you in particular. It's funny how Spirit's giving us answers before we even ask the questions. But when you think about it, you already are unique. You already have a great idea. You already are a great idea. Just do what comes naturally to you, and you will find that things will fall in place for you. And don't try to second guess. Don't try to think it's good enough before you do it. Sort of go into the now. Now, when you do that, of course, it's a luxury, right? We have to pay our bills, right? We can't just do whatever we feel like doing 24/7, although we'd like to. So you could do that on the side, take care of your practical matter, do that on the side and let it develop. I also feel that there's something very creative visually with you. Do you paint, or are you artistic in any way?
I do paint sometimes, but I've kind of put that behind me for a while.
Yeah. Well, let me just see what your purpose is, if they'll tell me. It is to help. Your purpose is to help and heal others. You can do that in many, many ways. It does not need to be your primary source of income right now. However, we bet you dollars for donuts that if you start just doing something simple, okay, this will take off for you. Your artwork needs to be incorporated down the line, okay? So what does that mean? Well, if somebody has some facility in terms of art, they can start doing paintings of people's souls. They can do paintings that are channeled. They can do a lot of things with that complement the counseling and all of that. Do you do anything with social work right now? Are you a social worker?
No, I'm a real estate agent.
Oh, that's like being a social worker.
Sometimes.
You got a problem. So continue doing that, but start now to give yourself the voice. Give yourself permission, because that's what your thing is this lifetime. Remember, it was the heart chakra, I think, at one point, right? We were working on the heart chakra with you, but I'm getting also the throat chakra. You need to do clearing on your throat chakra.
Okay.
All right. So I don't want to go into that now. How do I'm trying to give you a resource to do clearing on the chakra. Yeah, just do some research on that clearing on the throat chakra.
Okay.
And I might be coming up with another vibration download on that. I've been doing vibration downloads, which is the actual work of the healing. You know, we talk about it a lot, I can write it a lot, but I've been guided by spirit to now put it in a video, something that you buy, okay? But it would have the exercise in there. And it's channeled. I don't plan it. It just happens that way. I go where I'm guided. This is what I mean by living intuitively. But I have I have enough money coming in so that I can do that. But you'll get there.
Okay.
Okay, my dear?
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome, love. Okay, does anybody have anything urgent? Otherwise, I'm going to ship you all off into your respective locations. Oh, God. Anybody have anything? Anything else that's really important? Okay. And please, if you're in a room with somebody, you might want to show them who you are. I got Deborah here, Sonal, Talisha, Jennifer, and Isabel. When I put you in a room, you might want to do that. At the very least, unmute yourselves. Okay, let's see where we are. How do I do this? I forgot.
I'm unmuted now. Hi.
Hi, who's that? Jennifer.
It's Jennifer.
Hi, sweetie. Hi, honey. I'm trying to figure out how to do the rooms.
Maybe under more. It says more.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm going to breakout rooms now. You probably could see me doing this. I'm going to put 2 people per room. That means I'll be in a room with somebody. And you can use the exercise we did earlier on life purpose, next steps with each other, or you can do whatever you want to do, okay? You can work on other things that you're working on. Perhaps somebody would meet up with Cynthia and help her with the heart chakra, the throat chakra, if they know how to do that. And we will allow the matchup to be done automatically. And I believe I have you set up. Oh, that's right. I'm going to have you in there for 10 minutes, and at 60 minutes, you will get a notification that, oh, I'm doing that wrong. I have to do it again. Recreate, sorry. I made a mistake. Okay. So get ready, guys. I'm sending you off 10 minutes. 1 minute, you'll have a warning. Bye.
That was great, Joy. Okay.
I thought I was supposed to go with somebody. And this was Sandy. There's some problem.
Hey.
Hi, honey. There's something said that Sandy's supposed to be here with you, but she didn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened.
Maybe you get a request that says, would you like to join the room? And maybe she didn't take it.
You know, when I was looking at the list, let me see if I can go back to that now. I hope I don't ruin everything. Oh, no, I can look at the rooms. I'm in here now. It says Sandy Wise not joined.
Yeah, she didn't hit there's a button that you get when it comes up. She didn't hit the button. So you might want to chat her. Want me to send a chat to her?
Yeah, how do you do that? I don't have my chat.
Oh, I can only send
here
it
it
to
is. Here's
me.
my chat. I got it.
We can only send it to each other.
Oh, you can't. Oh, now we can't send it to her.
If you want, I can go in the main room and talk to her.
Well, I was in the main room. How come I couldn't see her? How do you go into the main room?
You hit the leave breakout room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll click on leave also then.
Okay.
Both go there.